We will now continue to part 2 of this presentation. Before addressing existing vegetation, it is important to consider the effect that removing vegetation might have on the site and surrounding bodies of water. Construction and soil preparation are instances that may be prone to soil erosion. Bare soil is more prone to surface runoff and erosion than soil that has existing vegetation. The degree and length of slope are important factors affecting the severity of erosion. Prior to construction, an erosion control plan is needed to ensure protection of site resources and surrounding bodies of water. Check with local and state government for codes regarding site construction and erosion control measures. Although there are numerous erosion control tools, the two most common examples include a silt fence and a fiber log. These particular examples are designed to slow the runoff of surface water that might carry soil particles with it. These allow for preservation of existing soil and the protection of bodies of water from the sediment or other pollutants that can travel in surface runoff. The next step in the soil preparation process is killing the existing vegetation. To do this, a non-selective herbicide should be used that contains the active ingredients glyphosate, glufosinate, or diquat. Pelargonic acid is an organic non-selective option, but provides limited success with difficult-to-control weeds. Because many of the plants found in roadsides are perennials, they are typically more difficult to control with a single herbicide application. As a result, 2 to 3 applications may be required before all the existing plants are killed. Remember to follow all pesticide label instructions, including using personal protective equipment and restrictions regarding individual or total pesticide rates applied. Finally, ensure that the herbicide applications were successful with a complete kill of the existing vegetation. Many difficult-to-control weeds like quackgrass can be suppressed instead of killed by the use of non-selective herbicides and later recover from underground creeping rhizomes. Now that the existing vegetation has been killed, we can begin removing the existing residues. Despite being dead, the existing residues will require a light tillage or cultivation to remove the existing vegetation. In most cases, this will require lightly tilling the soil to a 1 to 4 inch depth. The existing dead plant residues can then be lightly raked and removed in addition to any large rocks or trash that may be present. Displayed on the screen are 2 common types of cultivation for soil preparation: rough grading and tillage. Depending on the site requirements, some rough grading may be required. Rough grading often involves a simultaneous cutting and filling to achieve an acceptable grade. Cutting involves removing, while filling involves adding existing soil to a specific predetermined grade. Throughout the process, surface drainage is checked against the grade to prevent future problems for the site. Although it may be impossible to avoid in some roadside circumstances, you should avoid laying subsoil over topsoil. If rough grading was required, tillage can help transition the site to a more suitable condition for establishment. Tillage may assist with relieving soil compaction and is the ideal time to incorporate soil amendments. Because roadsides often have depleted soils, amendments are sometimes suggested to aid in turf establishment. Some of these amendments may include organic plant or animal-based composts, biosolid or organic fertilizers, or traditional synthetic fertilizers. We have conducted an experiment where we evaluated several different amendment types during establishment of seed and sod on roadsides, and found that there was little benefit besides additional nitrogen found within the amendments. Other researchers in Rhode Island found a clear benefit from using a compost. Our current recommendation is that beyond the use of a starter fertilizer, soil amendments are generally not feasible or necessary. If soil amendments are to be incorporated, during soil cultivation is the best time. After cultivation, a finishing grading for the soil surface to smooth minor undulations may be necessary. The soil may need to be firmed using a roller prior to establishment to ensure surface stability. This final step will be consistent regardless if the site is to be seeded or sodded. The area is now ready for the final step in the soil preparation process, establishment with turf using seed or sod. We will cover specific instructions for each in later modules. As a brief review, the soil preparation process includes monitoring the site in person, conducting a soil test, installing erosion control measures, removing existing vegetation, grading or cultivating the soil, smoothing and firming the soil surface, and is completed by establishing the turf with seed or sod. Thank you for viewing the soil preparation considerations for roadside turfgrass establishment. In the next module, we will discuss the process of establishing turf via seeding.